friends! Welcome to another video. I am going to show you how I transform this piece into this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful masterpiece. Let's just get into it.
So this project is actually quite simple as far as the steps. The main thing that we're going to do is strip all of that old stain and finish off of this dresser to get back to that raw wood that we want. And honestly, I hate the product that I'm using. It's not the best for the environment and it's not ideal, but it is effective and it's what I have on hand. I am doing some more research to find more eco-friendly alternatives, but you guys, the best thing you can do for the environment is what you have, and that's what I'm doing here. So after I finish this, I will try and find a better solution. I know that citrus strip is better, but it also takes a lot longer to remove the stain, so that's why I don't use that generally. We'll see. I am still learning and growing, so don't at me. If you haven't seen any of my older videos, let me just zoom in right here so that you can see the tools that I use. I generally would suggest that you should stick with a plastic spatula so that you don't gouge your furniture, especially if you don't have a lot of experience with this. And so this is one of those do as I say, not as I do situations, because yes, the metal spatula is a little bit stronger, but at the same time you're risking gouging your furniture, so you know, do whatever you want. I'm just warning you. After stripping your furniture, you want to let it dry at least overnight before you start sanding off any excess or any gunk that might have been left behind. I'm going to spare you the boredom of watching me sand because we all know that is boring, but just take my word for it, there was a lot of sanding and my arms did hurt.
You guys, I thought I was done sanding, but I wasn't. Oh my gosh, there is so much sanding to get this look. It's all prep work. Essentially, the finished product, there isn't much to it. It's all the prep work. It's all taking off everything that we had so that we can start fresh again. So yeah, let's do some more sanding.
Okay, so like I said, lots of sanding on this piece, and when you think you're done sanding, sand some more. But once you get to a color that you're satisfied with, then that's it. You are pretty much done. All you have to do next is apply the finish that you want, and in this case I chose to go with white wax because I figured that it would be that it would give me that white weather look, but also it's a sealer, so it's like two steps in one for me, and it was awesome. I'm applying it per the directions, and that is you apply it with a brush or a rag and then you let it sit for about 15 minutes before you wipe it off and do it again. You want a couple of coats of this so that it hardens and it has some protection in case the wood absorbs the first coat all at once.
I'm sweating. My arm hurts from buffing, from putting the wax, and from buffing. So I want you to know that even though you're gonna see a couple clips and look at me being all happy about this, you need to know what you're getting into. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean the handles. I really consider going with black. I think that would give it a more industrial kind of look. But then they are so pretty and they are solid brass. They're heavy, they're beautiful, they're vintage. It's what came with the piece. And so I just cleaned them up and I think they look pretty glam, but not over the top glam, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna stick with the gold. Again, I can always change that later if I feel like it.
If you have seen any of my previous videos before, you know that my preferred method of cleaning brass handles is to just boil some white vinegar and use a steel wool pad to scrub them, and that does the trick. And now for the fun part, which is what you guys came here to see. This is how it turned out. I absolutely love everything about it. I cannot believe the neighbors were going to throw it out, like literally into the trash, and this piece is solid and beautiful. I can imagine that it will last for decades, and yeah, I hope I encourage you to do something similar at home, and instead of, you know, just wasting and throwing away things unnecessarily, maybe you just give it a little makeover so that it fits your current style.
Well, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you try something similar, and if you do, don't forget to tag me. Don't forget to comment, like, leave your questions and everything down below. You know the drill. And then the social media and everything else will be linked in the description box. See you guys later.
Was that you living in someone else's dreams?
Sterling, go on. Quit it. Where was I?